as people who are interested in this genre, I certainly never read about the brutality level. You always knew that you had to be a certain level of insane to do that line of work, to kill somebody, to take a life. But in that manner, clearly those guys were not normal killers, I guess you would say. So that it was terrifying. When I read that, it scared me. Like I had to put the book down. I'm like, I'm scared of these guys, and I'm reading about
They're,
something that's like 40
they're no
years.
different than serial killers. You know, narcissistic sociopaths. That's what you have.
Really, really enjoyed that book.
Great guy.
Uh,
He's a crime reporter for the Daily News. He's a good investigative writer. Capeci found out that there was going to be an indictment of Paul Castellano. And before he printed that story, we had him into the U.S. Attorney's office. We said, listen, Jerry, we'll cooperate with you and give you all the information we have, but don't let this thing go. You know, there's a grand jury, you don't let it go. I was ordered by the chief of detectives to cooperate with Capeci. Even before the trial was over, I was giving him information on each one of the murders. Each one of the murders, I had the murder file. So we had the photographs, the witnesses, everything was there, you know, and we turned all that information over to him.
it's pretty cool to hear him,
He
hear
did a
it
good
described.
job on it.
Right, to hear him talk about you and how you were a snappy dresser and a stylish dresser, and you smoked these, the badass cigarettes, and you and Dominic had this, at one point this brotherly relationship because you were hiding with him in the cabin and all that.
They told you about the silk socks I used to wear, just like the
Yeah,
wise guys.
they said you were. I forget how he described it. I'm gonna go back and record.
While Brady and the remaining auto crime experts on the task force focused on the stolen car aspects of the case, the homicide experts the NYPD had assigned to Walter, detectives Frank Pergola and Roland Cadieux, worked the murders. Frank was Italian-American but looked more Irish, and with his short graying hair, wiry build, and Camel cigarettes, like an active-duty drill instructor. He was 44 years old, a cop for 17, a detective for 13. He dressed fastidiously, black leather topcoat over crisp shirts, immaculate suits, and polished shoes with stretch hose. Gangster socks, they say in Brooklyn. The gangster link ended there. Frank took the mafia as a personal insult and hated its influence in Bath Beach, where he was born and raised and still lived.
I didn't read Murder Machine until 2020. I never read it. I wasn't a reader until my wife passed away in 2017. Then I met a woman that got me into reading, and I read a lot of books. And then I read Murder Machine. Why did I have to read what I lived for 6 years?